The Morning Roast with Bonte and Shasky.
If you're on hold, stay on hold. We'll get you after the great one, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Jerry Rice, who joins us now live from L.A. Jerry is brought to you by BART, celebrating 50 years of service. Get 50% off all published BART fares in September using Clipper. Jerry, good morning. Welcome back to the Roast. Joe Shasky, the Butcher, Bonte Hill. We got our GOAT fuel on. Hold on, let me crack my GOAT fuel because I need a little bit after yesterday. First of all, Jerry, you're in L.A. What the hell is going on in La La Land right now?
Man, just doing Prime Video, man. Prime Video, and it's like the home for TNF football right now, and I'm looking forward to the watch party. It's going to be in LA. I get a chance to rub elbows with maybe 500 people or more, and it should be an exciting football game. Think about this: Chargers and Chiefs, man. Look what Mahomes, what he did to the Cardinals. Then what Herbert, what he did to the Raiders and stuff like that. But I like him as a quarterback, man.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. So, Shasky, go ahead. Get in here, Joe Shasky. I'm going to sip this GOAT fuel, energy drink, blueberry lemonade I'm sipping on. Blueberry lemonade. I'm in Chicago right now, Jerry. I got to recharge for the monsoon. Shasky's back in San Francisco ready to break everything after the Niners lost yesterday.
I'm drinking the watermelon fruit punch, and it's absolutely delicious, Jerry. Jerry, I saw you do a GOAT fuel video with Steve Young and Trey Lance, and so clearly you and Trey, know each other. How would you evaluate his game yesterday?
Well, I'm sure Trey, he would love to have that interception back, and he missed a couple throws. The one he overthrew the tight end, but I felt like he played okay. I felt like he did enough to win that football game, and you got to look at what happened with the Chicago Bears. I think they sort of like won that game the last 5 minutes. Left in that ball game. Yeah.
Did at any point, because we're seeing a lot of 49er fans, and quarterbacks, oh my God, Joe, Steve, Alex Kaepernick. People were asking for Jimmy Garoppolo and saying that maybe he wins that game. Did that cross your mind?
Hold up, man. This is the first game of the season, guys. Come on.
Thank you.
Come on now. I understand competition. Ain't nothing wrong with competition. And I think Trey, he has the maturity where he's going to deal with this. He knows that this is his team, and it's up to him to lose the quarterback position. So I think he's only going to get better. Look at some of the throws that he made to Brandon Aiyuk and some of the other receivers, guys. So, we need to dial that back just a little bit. Trey, I think also you look at that scenario where it was third down. I think we needed maybe 8 to 10 yards, and we ran a quarterback draw. That's a phase of the game that we haven't had. So I know this guy, he got the composure. He's going to get better. He's just getting everybody back on on the field. We got to get George Kittle back in the mix and all of that. Then Trey had that interception. Then Debo had that fumble. You cannot afford to turn the ball over on the road.
No doubt.
It's going to end up costing you.
Yeah, you're spot on, Jerry. As we're talking to Jerry Rice on the Morning Roast, you know who he is, the greatest receiver of all time, numerous wide receiving records. He's probably the greatest football player to ever step on an NFL field. And we're also sipping GOAT fuel right now, the blueberry lemonade. I love this turbocharge that GOAT fuel's giving me right now, Jerry. But you're right about Trey. I thought he played solid. Talk about momentum, because there's a lot of people, these analytic nerds get on my nerves, Jerry, where they talk about momentum isn't real, momentum isn't real. But when you see Debo fumble early like that, and then Hufanga gets a pick, and you can't capitalize on that, and the Niners their average field position in that first half was at the 40-yard line in the first half and only had 7 points. Momentum is a fickle thing. It flips. Can you talk about momentum and what a turnover like that from Debo does to a team?
Well, you just got to know the urgency of it, and you got to come back and you got to say, hey, we're gonna punch this in. And I always had this clock in my head, and I sort of knew when I needed to make a play or something like that. It was important, and to keep that momentum going. And I think the players they're gonna have to do the same thing. They're gonna have to know when there's a big urgency to make something happen.
Greatest football player of all time, Jerry Rice, with us here on the Morning Roast. And Jerry, we're just recapping the Bears game yesterday. Jerry, when you see a team commit as many penalties in the way that the 49ers did early on in the year, what do you account that because of?
God, you know what, man? It could be a combination of things. It could be that the players are not paying attention to detail. It could be maybe the coaching, they're not on the players as hard. That was something that we couldn't do back in the day because if Bill Walsh, if you made mistakes and, there was a lot of penalties and stuff like that, you were going to be on the next Greyhound bus out. So there was a big urgency to practice the right way and don't do anything to hurt your team. To hurt your team with a penalty or something like that could be costly.
Let me ask you, Jerry. Brandon Aiyuk, I think he has the talent to be a great wide receiver in this league. He walked off the field yesterday with only 2 targets at 40 yards. What do you attribute that to? Is it the field? Is it the weather? Is it Trey Lance not seeing him? How does Brandon Aiyuk walk off a football field with only 2 targets?
Well, guys, look, it's only one football to go around. So
right.
When you got so many weapons like that, it's like having your own little playground and stuff like that. But it's going to be up to Trey to, make the right decisions. So, there could be so many things to factor into that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they decided to take him away, after he made those big catches and all of that. But everybody got to be involved, and everybody have to be on the same page. And I think Trey has the ability, to get the ball in the hands of his playmakers. But it just got to happen.
Yeah, and when you see the playing field the way it was before the game and how the rain was coming down, obviously both teams played in the same settings. But as a former player, what did you think about the playing conditions, and how would that adjust how you or maybe Bill or whoever was calling plays call plays?
Well, I think in a scenario like that, it changes the whole game plan, because when you see rain like that, you think about running the ball. If you went into that game and you felt that the ball was going to be in the air the majority of the time, the second the rain, comes down, it changes that. So, with Mitchell, I'm hoping that, he's okay. He was running the ball pretty well yesterday, but, Chicago, they had to play in the same conditions. So you still find a way to win no matter what. You don't let the elements determine if you're gonna win or lose.
How would you assess Deebo Samuel's game yesterday, Jerry?
I think he showed some flashes, but it's one of those things where I was one of those guys too. It's like when you have a fumble like that or something like that, because I can still go back to a playoff game against the Giants where I was off to the races and I fumbled the ball, and I just felt like we never got the momentum back after turning that ball over. You remember plays like that, but you got to let it go, and you got to continue to get better. But you realize that, hey, look, when I have possession of that ball, I got to protect it.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And how do you move forward from a loss like this? Because this is week 1.
Get ready. It's man up and get ready for the next battle. The next battle is not going to be easy. So, it's like you just know that, hey, look, we got a chance to win this football game. The next game coming up, we'll be 1-1, and we'll be right back on track again. You can't dwell, about the loss. You just want to correct the mistakes, and you want to have a good practice week. You want to be focused and get ready for the next team.
All right, Jerry. Well, you go have fun in L.A. We don't want to keep you up. We're sipping Gulf Fuel right now to get us through this morning. We're devastated right now. The Niner fans are devastated, but I think they wanted to hear from you. Look, they got to show up because Seattle's coming. It's a divisional game. We know how tough divisional games are. It does not get easier in the NFL.
Jerry?
So what now?
Are you going to be at that game? Because I saw you at your son's game over the weekend. Ronnie Lott were on the sidelines together. I seen Emmitt Smith out there.
Of course I'm going to be at that game.
Home opener, baby. Home opener.
Hey, I got to Lincoln Riley looked good.
What time it is, man?
Yeah. What about USC? They look pretty good over the weekend.
You know what? Yeah, you know they're 2-0 right now. I think Lincoln Riley. I think the players are bought into what he's throwing out there, and they're playing. They're playing their butts off, and but it's only going to get harder, and they're going to have to stay focused.
Yeah. His son's on the team. That's why I referenced it right there. Jerry's son's playing for USC right now. Nice, yeah. Thank you, Jerry, for joining us.
Smith's son. You got another one over Emmitt Smith too. By the way,
you did.
Yeah. He's always telling me. My son is always telling me that, hey, Dad, I'm 6'3", I'm bigger, I'm faster, and I hear that all the time.
But he ain't better. Come on, you're the
he
goat.
ain't no Jerry though. He's not you.
I'm telling you, he's bigger and he's faster, and he's only going to get better. But it's hard keeping these guys' head level.
Jerry,
anything about all of these NILs and all of that stuff it's crazy.
Yeah. Jerry, all you have to do is show him the back of your football card.
Yeah, exactly.
That would humble your son real quick.
Say,
all right,
there's this thing called YouTube. And go look at my highlights.
Go look at my 50-plus yard touchdowns on YouTube. That's about 7 minutes long. All right.
Hey guys, hey, one more thing, guys. Yeah. I'm doing Prime Video, which is important because I did this commercial with Deion Sanders and Barry Sanders.
Oh,
think about this, man. This is crazy because it's like you have to be a member of Prime Video, but you get deals, you get discounts, exclusive experiences, digital entertainment, all of that. And you get this Thursday, I'll be in LA for the Chargers and Chiefs game, and I'm basically going to be there as for the watch party. But these fans get a chance to get up and close. They get a chance to get inside my head, as I watch the football game and stuff like that. So you can go to Amazon.com /Prime, and you get a 30-day trial. And
I like that.
It's the best time to join right now, buddy, okay?
No doubt. And that's a big-time game Thursday night between the Chargers and the Chiefs. The AFC West shootout is on the horizon. Jerry, thanks so much, man. Safe travels back to the Bay Area
Jerry.
When you leave L.A.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me. Okay.
All right, Jerry was brought to you by BART. Celebrating 50 years of service. Get 50% off all published BART fares in September using Clipper.